What's up, guys? This is another In the Trenches Real Deal podcast video episode. I want to take you guys out here today because I actually hadn't seen the house that we're going to look at today in probably the better part of 7 or 8 months. It was a rental property that we bought from a landlord, an out-of-state landlord, about actually a year ago now, this being mid-July here, 2015. We bought it. There was a tenant in there. He was kind of an old Vietnam vet, nice guy. He'd just been hit by a car, had a lot of things going on. So I decided to let him stay, and he paid a pretty cheap rent, really. I gave him a pretty good deal on rent. But he stayed for the past year. Now, I'm kind of glad he did because the market's gone bananas over the last year here in Portland, especially in the southeast Portland neighborhood. So I wanted to take a drive here with Dan. I wanted to check out the house, make sure that it still looks like it's in pretty good shape, see what's going on in the neighborhood, and show you guys as well so we can decide what's kind of the best play for this thing. It's actually a triple lot. You could build 3 houses on the lot. But the house itself is really cool. It's a nice ranch house. It's got a big pole barn behind it. So it's pretty much your classic Southeast Portland house. It's got, one level living, and it's got a big barn for all your crap. So let's take a cruise around the neighborhood here, and we'll see what's going on, and then we'll stop at the house and take a look at that. Now, as we kind of cruise around here, I did notice that there was a house that we rehabbed like 4 years ago, or maybe going on 5 years ago, right up here. This brown house right here with all the brown grass in front. That was a rehab that we did, I think, in 2010, and it was a itty-bitty little place. I think we bought it for like $72,000 or $62,000, and we sold it for somewhere like $130,000, $140,000, I think, something like that. Small 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, but really crazy how values have gone up, because the house that we bought, the other one that we're going to look at, we paid $112,000 for it. And it's probably worth $350,000 to $380,000 right now, with a little bit of cleanup and a little bit of renovation. And I'm talking like maybe 10 grand max. So we've got this huge margin on this house, which is the one reason why I want to sell it, so we can take that money and then we can use that to roll into our next project, which I think is going to be a big apartment complex that we're going to buy. So I want to take that capital and roll it into it. But I want to kind of drive you guys through the neighborhood here. So this is kind of your classic Southeast Portland, no, not paved side street. This is why this used to be the hood. They used to call this Felony Flats. So if you wanted to meet your meth dealer or whatever, this is where you came. But the neighborhood's cleaning up quite a bit. You got some interesting folks out and about today. The sun's out. You never know what you're going to get in Southeast Portland. But let's take a cruise around the block here and see what we got going on. So let me take you off to the left here first and show you kind of what kind of, I guess, redevelopment's going on. We got, oh, check that out. That's a sofa in the front yard. Anybody want a sofa? Doesn't have a free sign on it, though, so, maybe that doesn't mean it's free. I don't know. You don't want to put sofas outside in Portland because it rains a lot, and then you can't do anything with them, right? All right, so we cruise up here. There's 2 new construction homes that just got finished up. These are what we call skinny houses, and they're actually right here on your right. And so you could build essentially 3 of these skinny houses on the lot that we have, just like these, which I don't particularly care for skinny houses, but people buy them and whatnot. Then we've got, you could also build 2 of these style of homes on the lot that we have. And these are a little bit better. They're kind of mini 4-square type homes, which is cool. And then we kind of cruise down the street here. You can see there's a lot of kind of dilapidated housing stock in this area still. It's getting cleaned up, though. This is one of those pockets that was extremely affordable because, like I said, it used to be called Felony Flats. But now a lot of rehabbers, a lot of kind of entry-level builders are jumping into this area and really starting to clean it up and do a lot of work to the houses. You can see up here there's a house. I think this is probably a homeowner special, but you've got a house that's kind of mid-renovation right here. They put tar paper on the front of the house, which tar paper doesn't go on the front of the house, but don't tell them that. All right, so let's do a little cruise around the block here. Now this is a main thoroughfare here. We're on Southeast 52nd. This pretty much divides better part of Southeast Portland from slightly worse part of Southeast Portland, although it's getting to be more even. It used to be a much bigger divide than it is today. And as we kind of cruise down this street here, I haven't really been on this street in at least a year or so I don't know what's going on here. But yep, there's the blue tarp rule. We got one there. There used to be a lot more on this street, that's for sure, which is why you can see more than 3 blue tarps from the front door. Probably shouldn't be buying the house, or if you're buying it, make sure you're buying it for a real good deal, because that means you're probably not in the best neighborhood. Alright, let's cruise around here. We're on 54th. We're going to go back on the gravel, little cut through road here, so I can show you guys the new construction, kind of a side profile of it. Pull up that window for you so we get the don't have the sound and dust flying in. Oh, we're 4-buying here. Southeast Portland roads at their finest. Alright, so here's the back side of these 2 mini 4-square type houses. So this lot, I think this lot was like 8,000 square feet actually. Ours is just under 12,000. So really they could probably build about 3 houses this style on the lot. And I think they probably paid somewhere between $100,000 and $115,000 per lot if you break it down. That's what builders would pay, which puts our lot at somewhere worth around $350-ish just as lots. But I think it's actually worth a little bit more as a house and a barn, or pole barn, which would put it more in like the $379 range. So I think that's the direction we're going to go. Put a little bit of money in it, and that way we have a much bigger buyer pool too. There's only so many builders that are building in this neighborhood because it's kind of entry level, lower margin, higher crime. Job sites get ripped off. So it's not a huge draw for every builder, but for those that want to be in the entry level, parts of Southeast Portland, it's a good place to be. So we'll cruise up here. I want to take you by our house now and let you guys see what it is. The abandoned van there. Gotta love that. Southeast Portland at its finest. Alright, so we kind of cruise up here, getting close. It's right across from the DirecTV. He's got his big RV in the driveway here. I'll roll down the window. Maybe Roy will be there. Get Roy on camera. He's a real character. So it looks like he might have been living in that RV. I don't know. So this is our ranch. You can see it. I actually put a new roof on it. It's hard to see. He's got his Christmas lights up still, so we'll probably have to take those down for him. He's got his dog in the driveway, or in the front door, so he might be home actually. But it's got this nice hedge here, and then as you get over to this side here, you can see there's a separate entrance, and there's the pole barn in the back, which is really cool. So that really is a huge selling feature. You got this big, deep lot. It's almost 12,000 square feet in total, but you got this really cool pole barn back there, and then you got a classic ranch-style home. So it's really a great place. It'll clean up well. You can't see much of the actual front of the house because of the hedge, but the house itself is a great house, great lot, and I think it'll sell really, really quick if we kind of put some new surfaces in it, doll it up a little bit, and put it on the market. So that's kind of the plan. We've got a nice rental there, the roller ramp, good looking stuff. But you do have a school right here, so that's cool. Your kids can walk to school. Not the greatest neighborhood to walk to school in, but hey, people gotta live here too, right? Oh, check it out. Have you guys seen one of these in a while? I know I haven't. Look at this. A phone booth. The funny thing is they probably consider that to be yard art here in Southeast Portland. Welcome to Portlandia, people. Oh, we got a car coming. They're gonna run us off the road. So, alright, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed our little cruise around Southeast Portland here. Check out our latest project that was a rental for the last year. Now it's going vacant, so we're going to renovate it, sell it, take that money, and probably roll it into a bigger complex. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of In the Trenches. I'll see you guys next week on another audio podcast. See you then.